Good evening guys, or good afternoon. It's 4:17 p.m. Today is Tuesday and today we had a kind of down day, and it was driven by Mr. Powell's speech. And so going into the day, we were neutral to neutral bullish, okay, based on this, right? So line in sand for last week buyers, ES 3984, 4022, 4052, 4070, right, 86. These are the levels I gave, okay, specific levels. And in Discord, so I already shared a Discord screenshot in Twitter. This is later on, okay. So stating that this is the Powell driven levels, and I put that in Discord around 4 o'clock yesterday, 4 p.m. that going into today, price can hit all or one of those levels during Powell's speech, and these are the only levels you should focus on. That is what I said, right? So this is a background, okay. These are the levels, and in the morning today in Discord voice I said one of the extreme will get hit. So downside extreme is this, upside extreme is this, okay. So this became a low of the day, and I said look for any trades around these levels, So in NQ these are the levels, but I didn't put a word Powell driven. So these are the only support resistances in NQ, because NQ it's hard to come up with a level, during this sensitive speech of Powell, But ES, respect the levels, but NQ like it goes, 20-30 points above or below levels during the news time. So NQ I can't guess anything, but ES, yes, So today due to Powell's speech we are neutral to neutral bullish. Real buyers will not allow the price to go below Globex low or backup bias area in both. And real buyers, if they will break above preferred sellers area in ES and NQ backup sellers area, right? And then I said anything other than that, the day will be choppy or favoring slight sellers, right? So up to backup buyers area and go back slow, buyers have a control. But if you see anything other than that, like break below backup buyers area or go back slow, right, or both of them, then sellers are in control, okay. So it is important, right, that we come up with a plan every day, trading plan. And I've been posting this notes and end of videos from last 3-4 years now, right? And you can go back and check every single day. There is a plan, and we basically stick with the plan. Only we deviate from it when there is a more evidence, So backup bias area, right? Backup bias area and Globex low, which was preferred bias area, right? That was broken right up the open during Powell's speech in first 10 minutes. See, at this point when price touched here, right, it is neutral to neutral bearish bias. And one point on one side it's exhaustion, right? So that's why it's a neutral. But based on the plan, backup bias area and Globex low, break below, anything other than that, sellers have a slight control, right? So at this point sellers have a control, but due to straight down exhaustion, first 10 minutes of Powell's speech, we cannot be too much bearish here. We have to be neutral at this point. Once this low is taken out, then we could be 100% bearish. Then any pullback we can short, especially if it is in the level, okay. So now this happened during lunch time, so I did not trade it, right? I was at lunch, but so I came back around like 12:55 or so. But so that's why you can see this trade here, right? So but now you look at this. Where is my note? Man, where is my note? Powell driven speech. Hold on. So I had a note here. Somehow it's got deleted. But here, so 4:06 p.m. yesterday, right? Tomorrow Powell's speech levels for tomorrow during or after his speech: 84, which is this circle; 4022, which is this circle; 52, which is this opening high, which is this. See that? So it's not random. I gave a specific level to trade, and you have to look for some trigger around it, right? So this one, obviously, of the open we can't trade, correct? So this is out of scope. But due to this, the move started from it, and it came straight to the next level. So now also we cannot trade these things, right? On one hand, yes, it broke below it, so it's a neutral. We can even go long here, but it's a Powell driven speech right there, first 10 minutes, right? So you have to watch. There is nothing you can do, right? So I was watching it, but in sim account I took a long at 22, because in Discord I put a specific message also earlier in the before open, that if price comes straight down into 22 or 70, it goes to 70, that is a trade. It's exhausted. Basically it's exhaustion trade. Specific wording I put it. Let me see if I can find it. But anyway, it's hard to find now. So many messages in Discord, But I put that message in, since it exhausted there, I took the long here. I took the long also here. So during the news time, yes, it tends to go through it, So it went to this level, next level, right? It was a bold support also. So I waited, at the moment it touched here and closed here, I added one more. Same account only, okay? And then it worked into my favor, right? So here I said 29 to watch, and ideally I was looking for 41, which is here, But I was also aware that NQ was hitting our favorite hunting level, the blue line here, So it was hitting this hunting levels, right? That was also morning low also, right? So hunting levels are very powerful, So it was hitting here, and it was a VWAP. So obviously if someone shorts it, this is a good location for the whoever wants to short, right? It's a confluence area also. So I took first profit at 29, second I waited, and then when price got rejection here, that's why I took the bailout, the second contract, right? So this was profitable sim account trade, okay? Then price went down and here, right? So at this point, it is proving that sellers are in control, but now it's too late to short at the tail end, right? Because at that time when price was here, it's a tail end from here to here, right? So you can't do anything until price balance, pull back, whatever, right? So, and then this happened, right? And then I went for a lunch here, right, around this time. Then during the lunch time, when I was at lunch, if you are watching it, so this is the straight up pullback into this 22 area, another key level, right? Again, it was a VWAP confluence area, and now backup bias area can act as a resistance. At the same time, NQ I think hit the hunting level. See that? Again, straight up exhaustion, right? So, and look at the AD by that time, it was way down, right? So that was the trade. You have to wait, and then you have to take a trade right here. So I was not here, but this is the trade you can take. So when I came down here around 1250 or so, then I saw this. Then I said, okay, I missed it here to see if price can pull back here. And this is where it pulled back. So I waited, and then here I took the trade at 13, right here. This is the trade. This is a live account trade now. Okay. So this is the first live account trade I did. Okay. Then it went down, right? So my target was basically this low, because it's a Powell driven. Powell was still talking. I didn't want to do, actually I didn't want to trade during Powell's speech. But since this was a good trade, see, up to this point, there was another reason I did not trade at the live account. Why? Because if you look at it, ES from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, right? 10 to 12, 2 hours. Look at NQ. 10, this low with ES, right? Then after 11, ES continued to make a new low. After 11, NQ did not make any low. It was hesitating. That means an up move is most likely since it's a backup bias area and it is balancing here, you can play actually long here, but just due to that Powell speech and ES making new low, I was not comfortable, so but now you can see that's why I didn't take any trade here, live account trade. After this point, when price went up, both went up straight up, right? Both got exhausted into levels and then both came down together. See that here? Now here both are in sync. See, this is how you trade it, you have to make sure both are in sync. So here you can see up, breakdown, right? And this was the high. So when it broke out, this high can act as a support. So you can't do anything here, right? But once it goes through it, pull back. Now that resistance can act as a resistance. Then when it flushes down, that's where you take a short. At the same time, you can see NQ also same thing. Up, down, up. That's a divergence, right? NQ couldn't go higher a lot compared to ES, correct? Then both break down together here. See that? That's why now they are in sync. Both took this high. See that here? So now you can trade in NQ here and ES because now it's a perfect trade. So that's why I took this live trade, but I was not being greedy, so I just took a profit here, 4,002. Then I was watching, then I didn't do anything. Then price flushed down again. Look at this. Now they are both in sync. See that? Flush down, pull back, flush down. See that? So now they are in sync. But technically up to this point, see this trade I took it, right? Because from here to this backup bias area you can take it. After that, NQ was still not making new low, correct? So it's like out of sync. At this point here, NQ made a new low, which is 148, which is right here, right? Now officially they are in sync. See, this was unofficial sync. Now they are officially in sync, right? But now it's too late, right? Now if price is close to 39.89 and then Powell driven speech level was 84 was our extreme. So now it's a long idea in play, yeah, it's risky, price can go through and continue to go down, but you know what, it's an extreme and it's a good support, and NQ hitting the green line at the same time, and tomorrow is Powell is again talking. So it is unlikely that it's just going to continue to tank. Someone has to take profit somewhere, right? This is a good extreme level for someone to take a profit, and if they take a profit, price is going to do what? Bounce back up to this exchange area or 4,000, round number 4,003, or 2. So I took this live account and sim account, both trade together, and the target was 95.50 pre-calculated target and 4,003. So first time here it couldn't reach 95.50, but then it pulled back. There is an algo which runs around 3 p.m. 3:10, 3 p.m. and there is another algo that runs at 3:50. So this is algorithm driven move. Somebody is taking profit here, so that's why I went long here, right? And since NQ was hitting this, so now, so at first time it didn't fill my target, so I had 2 contract longs here in both sim and live, and then it pulled back, right, at here before hitting my target. So since it's exchange area, price love the exchange area, going towards that exchange area if it is bouncing for the nearby support. So most likely it is going to go there, but first time it didn't hit, so I took this as an opportunity and I added one more contract at 89, and then said this pullback, I added it, and then it hits 95.50. So I built out this contract and one of this contract out of one, so 2 contracts out. I already shared that with. Then my target was still this, but I don't want to see it price. Technically it was a free trade now, right? But I don't want to see price even going below this. So the moment it did this, I was out that remaining contract, and that was my end of day for trading here. So I only traded live here and here, and one more sim here also. but in the morning I did not touch it. I plan to do the same thing tomorrow during Powell's speech. I do not want to trade when he is talking too much. Yeah, after a while, when the day is like set like this, see here it give me a confirmation. Now sellers are in control, right? So I will wait for my plan to becomes out true, then I will trade it later on. So basically noon trading, after lunch, not before lunch. So now tomorrow, let's see if price goes back here or goes all the way down here, right? So now today's move is, if it is fake, price will go here tomorrow, another extreme. See, I gave those Powell driven speech levels for 2 days, today and tomorrow, right? So today is gone, one of the extremes got hit. So now tomorrow the thing is, we have to see whether the upside extreme will get hit, which is this area, or price continues to go down. That's the key. Now if I have to guess, which I don't want to give it to you my guessing right now, but just watch. If these sellers are really great, right, then you don't want to see price going above this 4022 ideally. If it goes above it, right, chances are it will hit today's high and potentially go higher too. So if these sellers are legit, then you want to see price trading below this. Okay, and so that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.